Hey guys, we're gonna go through Verloren tactics, and for the spawn 2 first, going through initial position, initial ambush, and then uh, attacks for each flag and defenses for each flag. So for the first initial position on spawn 2, we set up, hide in the corner here. Spearmen should get ready to jump out. One cav will go up and bait. If there's a cav coming to scout here, you try to tease him in and make him chase you, and then you move in here. And if the cav chases you, this cav has to warn the infantry. And as this cav is passing, you like wait a split second, and you jump out with the spearman over here. Okay, don't try to stop the cav. You just jump in after him. That's totally fine. The second cav will come in here and block him off here, and you just turn around here and block him off. Two archers will shoot at the cav, infantry pushes out, and that's one cav down. That's the initial round. Then you proceed to the initial positions, and you're gonna have two battle groups. So battle group 1 being like this, and battle group 2. Who's in the battle groups needs to be discussed at a later stage or before the battle, depending on who's showing up. Now we need to scout to see where they are. Now we're expecting any flag to spawn, and what we're going to do then is to expect the middle flag, the courtyard flag, to spawn. So what we do, we move up and we set up each team like so, and then wait for flag spawn. Now if flag spawns market, then we can make two pushes, either up the stairs or up here, depending a little bit of what they're doing. If they block us off, we push up the stairs, right? But it will be a fake attack here first, so I'll show you. If the flag spawns at courtyard, we first, I'm gonna take that first. It depends a little bit where they push, so they can push down here or they can push from the slope. If they push from the slope, they're gonna set up an archer at the balcony, and then they're moving their infantry up here, setting off an archer here and then pushing down to the flag. If they do, it's a huge mistake. What we do then, we push up here, we put up an archer here, and we have our infantry here, and then we push up the infantry to the sides here, like so. And we have a spearman covering both the archers here, and just wait for them to come down. Our cav can move up here and pressure this archer, and then later, if they leave down to the flag, we hit this archer as well. So we have two cavs hitting this one especially because it's very weak. If cav comes to support it, you simply switch and kill this archer. So you just try to be versatile. As they push down, if they push down in here, they're moving straight into crossfire. Their cav can't really push anything, this archer, because it's covered by infantry, so they're most likely gonna push in here. And then we should actually be, well, these guys should be pretty shut up, and then you can push in with infantry and support here, and just leave this archer and fight in this area. If they go for the flag, you simply wheel around and block them off here. This archer here, should be gone by our cav by that time. be this archer here as well at the stables can kill this archer pretty easily, and that's the main target for the archer, is this archer. And that's for the if they push at the slope. What they should do as a better tactic is to it can be done in a couple of ways, but they push their infantry down here, and their archer, they can either move with it up here, or they can move it to the tower and shoot from the tower, or they can simply move the archer with the infantry. In this case, I think we move it with infantry. I think it's the safest plan. And what you do then is to push the infantry in a line over here, and the archer can move to the corner here, or he can move at the. It depends a little bit where we have our archer, but I suppose they can put the archer here, or they can even keep both crossbows here. I'm actually considering that because they can then fight cav easier. Anyway, let's say they keep him here at the wall and shooting down here. So then they push the infantry here, spearmen behind, and push the flag from here. Be careful when if you get pushed, don't push into this balcony area over here. There's a death trap. Well, it's not a death trap if they try to push after you here because of these archers shooting down here, but we have been killed in here before, but I think our archer got pushed here, so we didn't get support here. Otherwise, it should be not really a good idea for them to push in there. So yeah, you try to stay along the wall here, and this archer can move out, suppress here or here. If they have the archer here, it's actually even better crossfire. In this case, I wouldn't be surprised if they push up to get this archer. In that case, we push in and we basically with cav support. Where's the cav? You know, they probably won't do that. So then we're gonna hit the archer here and here or here, depending. So that is if they push down here, what they will do as red. As green, if they push down here, you need to be careful about this archer. So you need to stay clear of the crossfire. So we basically keep our teams here and keep our teams here. And we try, the goal is this archer tries to take out this archer, and this archer keeps trying to take out this archer. Now they will probably push down here and start pushing in towards this archer. Or they could simply go to the flag and set up here. Is probably what I would expect them to do. And then they will call in cav to support. Once the flag is halfway up, then we will push in our infantry and leave our archers, and that's the point when they are going to try and push this archer, most likely. By which we are going to attack their archers. And get in this kind of situation. I think this archer here is a little weak. Could even no. But supported by this archer here, I think it's worthwhile to leave him. I think he'll survive there. He can jump up on the staircase. This archer here is also easy to push with cav. He can survive, but eventually you can dismount here or something like that and get him. Same here. This guy might jump down. Just be aware of that. and go to the fountain. So this is the defense of courtyard flag. Now, if the flag spawns at market, see, getting up our teams here. Here we go. If the flag spawns at market, they can do a couple of things. They can try and block us off here, or block us off here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna move up to this wall with everyone and do a fake push on this side. In most cases, they will try to block us off here, or if they're gonna want to block us off, they will try and do so over here, setting maybe up an archer here and then keeping their infantry like so. One archer here or one archer down here, covered by inf. Or maybe down here. It really depends. I think they will, if they're here, they will keep fight with all their men here. I've seen Archer up at the tower even to cover this street down here. It's a decent position. However, he will not be here unsupported, so there should be a spearman here. Now, anyway, doesn't really matter, because what we're gonna do, if they try to defend from this position and set up at this corner, or even if they push forward, it would be even better. We're just gonna move with everyone up the stairs, and we push staircase, and then they will be too late to the party. They can't really get us here, so we're gonna go for market. In this case, it might be that they follow us and push in after us. We could do then is to block them off here, and we can have an archer here and an archer here, and with the spearman blocking behind, and when the cav coming here, this archer here needs to be, I actually think that both archers should be together here. They could do a split push with one archer coming over here. That would be a good thing. But if they did do, we push up here and give a little tunnel for our cav to come, and our cavs should be coming from behind like so, and their cav, it might come from here, but I don't know, they probably will stay close to this wall not to get pushed hit by the archers. In that case, we just we just push them or stay at the wall here, and as they passing here, we just run into them. And yeah, if they push here and try to go for the archers, that's a good idea actually. You can pull down here, they follow, and we trap them inside. That's one idea that can work. If they don't go for the archers, they probably want to pull back at this point, so they don't get fucked up over here. If they have an archer here, it can be a good asset for them, but it's easily pushed by cav because it's unsupported. And yeah, well, they have no really good positions for their archers, so I don't know. Alternatively, we pull in and defend the market, like so. And then we set up one archer here and one at the flag. And we defend this area. We can have one spearman defending here and 3 infantry defending like so. They will then take this position and they will push in over here. Then we should have a crossfire possible from this position and this position available to us. Cav coming in here. If they do a split push with an archer here, make sure that we have Cav behind. I can see if they're doing a split push. And we should have Cav behind them here as well. They will probably have a spearman here, so it's not really of any use to push in here. Archer here also can shoot down. So just stay here and observe. And yeah, infantry here needs to be a little careful, or here, so that you don't get surprised here. So Cav needs to be able to get this guy in case. Or you could even, like if you see there's a split push, you can push these guys up here and actually get into the fight here. This Cav probably hit Viki here. So then we need to bring our Cav in and support Ilviki over here. Infantry can start pushing out to the wall here. So are we lacking anything? No. So that is for the defense of the market flag. I don't really like to defend it. I like to attack it. I'll show you one in a second. So that is the fake push if they block us at the middle stairs. And now we are going to show the sneaky push to the middle stairs in the second round. So actually not the second round, but after the market. I mean after or spawn has spawned, we're gonna try and do a early push. I'm gonna show you how it is. So we're now expecting market to spawn, and they're usually positioned along this here because they haven't seen us in alley. So then they expect us to be somewhere coming through the towers, through the tunnels. So they're gonna stand up like so possibly. And what we're gonna do then is to move 2 archers into this shed and hide them. Infantry pushes straight out and along the castle wall here. What you can do to make it more convincing is to move up 1 archer to the corner here. Make sure that he's not getting ambushed. And it looks for them like we're gonna push up the staircase here now. What they're gonna do, they're gonna move up here and they're gonna block us. They're gonna push 1 archer up, either up in the tower or at the staircase. Most likely staircase. And they keep 1 spearman behind. So it's supposed to look like something like this. We keep an archer here, so if they peek their head up and start here, this archer is shooting them in the side. So it looks like we're doing a full push up the staircase, like idiots. So once we push up the staircase here, spearman is behind, and we start pushing up the staircase. At this point, this archer here moves back and moves up the staircase together with this archer, and we take the tower. Now, if they are not paying attention, they keep their crossbow here, or even if the crossbow is starting to go on top here and start to shoot down, they don't see both our archers coming up, and we can take out the crossbow here pretty quickly with the scimitars, or in this case we're Vegas, so we can take out the crossbow here, and he'll be dead. If he sees two guys are coming, he might exit out, and we take the tower, and now we have a huge crossfire advantage. So this is the middle staircase push. When you push up with the infantry, Cav needs to come in, and we need to take their spawn. And as they comes in, the Cav comes in, they have to put some pressure here, and infantry will push along this wall here. Don't care about this archer, he's being shot to pieces from these two archers. And then we push up in a line formation like so, and try to wheel around them like so. So that is how you do that. If the Cavs coming in, they get shot by two archers. One thing they could do or have to do maybe is to send up an extra infantry to try and chase away this. In this case, we can jump down as they're coming up the staircase. Give them the position, and by the time they're actually getting into position, we have like a full force pushing in on these guys here for a moment of time. We could shoot from the cheese table if you want to, or you can push in manually. Maybe cheese table is better because then you can shoot Cav, and you won't be shot by any archers from the tower if they take it back. Most likely they have to push here, and that's just an invitation for us to go deeper and kill them. So that is the early push on staircase. If market spawns or courtyard spawns, we just push them off. It might be that they are pulling back and simply let us have the position and then go slope. Though I doubt it, and they just pull back like so. Then we take balcony. We simply set up one archer here. We can keep one in the tower, and the flag should probably spawn by now. And from there, they will probably set up the defenses at the courtyard, and that's where we are going to attack them on courtyard. And for the courtyard attack, then we set up. We can keep the archer here at the tower and shoot down here. It's decent. It's a very long shot, but it's a safe position. It's almost impossible to push, and it keeps the archer active to shoot Cav especially. And this archer here would get pushed, and that can also, this archer here can prevent the Cav from reaching this archer. So I think this is good crossfire. And then you simply push the infantry in from here and along the wall. Like so. They will set up their crossfire, most likely at the tree here or at the stable. And they will have their second archer here or at the tree here. Depends. They probably see them coming here, they put the archer here a little bit behind. And they hold the flag. This archer can shoot down at the flag. So probably they pull a little bit behind. This archer can, I think he can shoot here as well, so the only safe position is behind here. Unless he wants to get shot up. Their cav will probably try to push this archer, and then this archer has a very good opportunity to support and shoot the shit out of the cav. He can just jump over, as you see the cav comes, jump to the ladder. And this infantry here, just push in. Like so, with cav support coming here. And cav hits the archers and then goes for the infantry. That is the attack on courtyard. Next one is if the flag spawns in at our own spawn. So let's say we have yeah, if you're in the middle position here, we simply go and take the spawn directly here. If we're at the initial position here, we simply go back to spawn over here. And when we're setting up the spawn defense, it's going to look like this. It really depends where they're coming, so we need to know that first. But in all cases, almost all cases, unless they push for the tunnels, actually even then, we set up the archers like so, and infantry here. And cavalry will be on this side, scouting. Now, if they push through the alley, and we get reports on that, we push up archer here, and we send one infantry up here, and one infantry here, and one infantry on the side. We could have the archer here covered by infantry. So we have our two battle groups again on each side, covering each archer. Now, when they are coming, they will most likely move an archer up here, and they will push an archer up to the side. As we see this is happening, we pull back, Cav runs around, and one guy will stay back alone, and as they push in, everyone will retreat. So we pull back with archers and everything. Right? Now these guys will then push and try to kill this lonely guy because he's isolated. And as he comes to this area here, infantry pushes out. Archer pushes up. And infantry pushes out here. And we set up a ambush, or I mean counter push to them. And cavalry will come from behind. Be careful so you don't push out further in this, because then this archer can shoot. He'll probably move to this corner, and that's where our cav can easily catch them off guard. And in this case, they have not enough time to wait to get to the flag or to retreat, so they will probably push at this point. So that is for the spawn 2 defense from the alley. If they come from the tower, which can happen if they expect us here, we set up in this position one archer at the tree and one archer over here. Cav can stay over here and infantry stays like so. So if they push down here, if they don't do a split push, or if they do a split push, doesn't really matter. If they keep both crossbows here, it's a great thing, because then they won't go into crossfire. What they can do then, or most likely they will not push here, because then we pull back a little bit, and then they're in crossfire. So what they're gonna do most likely is to wheel over here and try to set their own archer up at the wheelbarrow, and then keep wheeling around. And now they have crossfire from here and here. Sorry. So that's gonna be their best strategy, and then wheel over here. What we do, we can do a couple of things, and it really depends. But I think our cavalry should come in and hit this archer, do a sweep, and we move all the way up to the side here and just block them off. This archer can come forward and shoot him in the side. And we need to occupy this archer. The cavalry will most likely come in and try to attack these two archers. Especially this one. Which should be fairly easy to defend. You can run into the thing here and he's safe. The same for this guy. He can also push into the shack if or shed if he needs some cover. So that is the counter for them pushing in from the tower. An alternative that I've seen and that you could do, but it's a little bit more risky, is that you one second, that you keep an archer here at the cart and one archer at the tree here, or even an archer down here, and then hold this area like so. Now you have crossfire from steep angles, so when they push in, they can't really push either side. However, if they do a split push on this one, sending archer and cav over here, this archer at the cart is very vulnerable, and he's probably gonna get a lot of shots to him. Also, if they keep an archer at the tower, it can shoot down to the flag. So you need to stay a little bit further forward the infantry. If you stay at the flag, they can shoot at you. So so in this case, this archer here is a little dangerous. So that's why the reason why I kept them facing this way, and kept the archer here, because now if this archer comes over here, we have a facing triangle towards it, and they can't really push in with their infantry here. Then they get the cav in the backs, and this archer here is able to shoot at their sides. So we just position them and make like a trap so that they want to push for this archer, and then we can basically call in the cav and finish it off. So that is the spawn 2 flag defense. Now the last one is attacking the market flag, and this one I think is great. And I hope that it's going to work. I think it's going to work. So in this case, they're not defending this stairs. We already gone through that. They're actually pulling back to defend, and they're always defending almost in the same way. Like they have an archer set up. Where's the second archer here? Here. Yeah. So they always set up an archer at the flag, and they have an archer at the corner here, together with a spearman, like so. And they're defending this corner here with infantry, like so. And we push up here. And what we're gonna do, we put both our archers at this position, spearman here, and we're gonna push our infantry like so, and into the corner with the back to the wall. Don't move out of the wall, away from the wall. If they start fighting us here, or try to fight us, we need to squish them out, so both our archers can shoot them in the side. And that they have to push back here now. If they do push back, we just wheel and push this way. Don't push too far, because they might want to switch for our archers. If cav comes in, we have a spearman here covering, no problem. And our cav has to come in from their backs. Be careful though, because there's a spearman here. So be really careful when you enter here. You want to try and get this archer to flag if you can, and then hit the infantry here. So when you come in here, you need to infantry needs to see the cav, and as the cav is coming, they push in here. This archer may try to wheel around. That's gonna get pushed. The cav will most likely be inside here to support this archer. However, we got 2 archers here ready to fire, and that should be pretty devastating. Alternatively, you could move an archer up here as well, together with the group, and move them into this here, so you got good cover from cav, and then you shoot the cav up. So that is the attack on the market flag. Yep, I think that is all. So good luck trying it out. Yipman over and out.